When distinguished gentlemen overlook the subtle nuances of proper footwear, their entire presence suffers in ways they rarely comprehend. Research conducted by leading psychology institutions reveals that observers form complete judgments about a man's social standing, professional competence, and personal refinement within mere seconds of an encounter. Your choice of footwear serves as the silent ambassador of your character, communicating volumes before you utter a single word. The most successful men in high society understand this unspoken language of elegance, while others unknowingly broadcast messages of carelessness or decline. Stay with me as we explore the sophisticated world of masculine footwear excellence, because the final insight will fundamentally transform how you approach personal style. First, let us examine the epidemic of oversized athletic footwear that destroys the refined silhouette essential to mature masculine elegance. Contemporary fashion disasters often begin with chunky sneakers that overwhelm the entire aesthetic foundation of a gentleman's ensemble. Picture this unfortunate scene: a meticulously tailored blazer, perfectly pressed trousers, and then the visual catastrophe of bulbous athletic shoes that belong in a gymnasium rather than sophisticated society. These orthopedic monstrosities may provide physical comfort, but they broadcast an unfortunate message of surrender to the aesthetic standards expected of accomplished men. The proportional disaster extends beyond mere appearance, as these oversized shoes widen your stance unnaturally, shorten the visual line of your legs, and completely distort the elegant silhouette that quality tailoring seeks to achieve. Consider this analogy. Placing a magnificent painting in a cheap plastic frame immediately diminishes its perceived value and artistic impact. Comfort and sophistication need not be mutually exclusive concepts in the realm of quality footwear. The solution lies in selecting sleek, low-profile designs that provide adequate support while maintaining the clean lines essential to mature masculine style. Premium brands specializing in minimalist aesthetics offer extraordinary options that bridge the gap between comfort and elegance. Seek leather uppers in sophisticated neutral tones, avoiding flashy details that scream for attention rather than earning quiet respect. The ideal shoe whispers confidence rather than shouting insecurity, projecting the message that you maintain high standards for yourself without compromising on practical considerations. After 50, your style should demonstrate evolution and refinement rather than capitulation to mediocrity. Second, we must address the outdated square-toe construction that instantly ages any gentleman's appearance by several decades. These angular designs dominated fashion trends during the late 1990s and early 2000s, creating a temporary illusion of modernity that has since become a reliable indicator of style stagnation. Square-toed shoes flatten the natural elegance of the human foot, interrupt the flowing lines that connect your footwear to your trouser break, and create an overall impression of being trapped in an aesthetic time capsule. The visual impact resembles carrying outdated technology as a fashion accessory, immediately dating your entire presentation. Sophisticated alternatives feature semi-rounded or almond-shaped toe constructions that mirror the natural curvature of the human foot while creating a streamlined silhouette. These refined shapes subtly communicate that you remain engaged with contemporary standards of masculine elegance without chasing every fleeting trend. The transformation may seem subtle, but the cumulative effect dramatically elevates your overall presentation. Quality footwear should serve as a timeless foundation rather than a historical artifact, supporting your present confidence rather than advertising past fashion mistakes. Third, let us explore the counterproductive effects of excessively thick soles that undermine rather than enhance your physical presence. Many gentlemen mistakenly believe that additional sole thickness automatically translates to increased height and improved comfort. But this approach often backfires dramatically. Thick soles create a psychological impression of heaviness rather than elevation, making you appear weighed down rather than elevated. Your natural grace suffers as thick soles force a stomping gait rather than the smooth, confident stride that characterizes truly elegant movement. Recent studies from prestigious medical institutions confirm that observers subconsciously associate excessively thick soles with orthopedic necessity rather than style choice, creating unfortunate implications about your vitality and independence. This visual association undermines the impression of strength and capability that distinguished gentlemen seek to project. Superior alternatives feature lightweight construction with subtle elevation that provides comfort without sacrificing elegance. Consider the refined appeal of a well-crafted Chelsea boot with a thin, stacked heel, or a quality loafer featuring flexible leather sole construction. These options maintain your agility and grace while projecting the impression of a man who has important destinations rather than simply places to rest. Now let me share something crucial that every sophisticated gentleman needs to understand about building a powerful presence. If you're serious about elevating your style and commanding respect in every room you enter, subscribe now and hit that notification bell. The insights we share could transform how others perceive your success and influence. Click subscribe immediately, because the men who take action are the ones who rise to the top. Fourth, we need to examine the jarring mismatch that occurs when formal footwear meets casual attire inappropriately. Your shoes must speak the same sophisticated language as the rest of your ensemble to create visual harmony rather than confusion. The common mistake involves pairing highly polished formal shoes with relaxed clothing, creating a visual discord that confuses observers and undermines your credibility. Imagine attending a casual lunch while wearing patent leather Oxfords better suited to black tie events, and you understand the awkward incongruity that sophisticated men avoid. This approach resembles wearing a silk necktie with a casual t-shirt, creating an impression of poor judgment rather than refined taste. High-gloss finishes interrupt the relaxed rhythm that casual ensembles require, forcing an uncomfortable tension between formality and ease. The solution involves selecting materials that complement rather than compete with your chosen aesthetic. Suede, nubuck, and matte leather finishes possess the sophistication to elevate casual wear without creating jarring contrasts. These refined textures integrate seamlessly with denim, chinos, and even elevated athletic wear, adding depth and interest without demanding inappropriate attention. The goal remains achieving polish without appearing to try too hard, because authentic confidence never requires theatrical gestures. After 50, achieving perfect balance becomes essential, and your footwear should harmonize with rather than dominate your overall presentation. Fifth, we must address the vulgar tendency toward attention-seeking footwear that overwhelms rather than enhances your natural presence. Loud shoes function like shouting in an elegant conversation, attracting notice for entirely wrong reasons while undermining your sophisticated image. The line between stylish confidence and desperate attention-seeking runs through the center of footwear selection, and crossing it damages your reputation permanently. Neon accents, clashing color combinations, and aggressive patterns steal focus from your personality, intelligence, and accomplishments. Your presence should command respect through substance rather than spectacle, and your footwear should support rather than compete with your natural charisma. When your shoes become the primary focus of observation, you have fundamentally misunderstood the principles of sophisticated masculine style. The solution requires selecting footwear that whispers quality rather than screaming for validation. Think in terms of clean architectural lines, subtle color palettes, and materials that feel luxurious rather than garish. Consider the understated elegance of well-maintained caramel leather loafers featuring subtle grain patterns and impeccable stitching details. These shoes earn appreciation rather than demanding attention, projecting quiet confidence that sophisticated observers recognize and respect. At your level of maturity and accomplishment, style should demonstrate refinement rather than insecurity, creating an aura of calm authority that requires no external validation. Sixth, we need to discuss the devastating impact of neglected leather that communicates carelessness despite your other efforts toward excellence. Creased and wrinkled shoe uppers function as the equivalent of wearing a rumpled shirt collar, immediately undermining the impact of even the finest tailoring. You may invest thousands in bespoke suits and luxury accessories, but damaged footwear broadcasts a message of negligence that overshadows every other element of your presentation. Deep creases across the toe box indicate either poor quality materials, inadequate care, or improper storage, none of which reflect well on your attention to detail. Shoes that surrender to premature aging suggest that you have similarly surrendered your standards in other areas of life. Quality leather should develop character through use while maintaining its structural integrity and visual appeal. The distinction between elegant patina and neglectful deterioration separates sophisticated gentlemen from those who have given up on excellence. The solution begins with investing in full-grain leather construction that rewards proper care with decades of faithful service. Regular conditioning every 8 to 12 weeks maintains suppleness and prevents cracking, while cedar shoe trees preserve shape and absorb moisture between wears. This level of care communicates that you understand the value of quality and maintain high standards in all aspects of your life. The visual message your footwear sends must reinforce rather than contradict your commitment to excellence, because details reveal character more clearly than grand gestures. Seventh, we examine the common misunderstanding about coordinating footwear with accessories in ways that create harmony rather than mere matching. Most gentlemen understand the basic principle of coordinating belt and shoe colors, but few grasp the deeper concept of matching energy and intention. Color coordination without considering texture, finish, and overall aesthetic creates the illusion of thoughtfulness while actually demonstrating superficial understanding. Consider this scenario. Black leather shoes paired with a black leather belt may achieve technical color matching, but if the belt features rugged matte textures while the shoes display formal high-gloss finishes, the combination creates visual discord. This approach resembles wearing formal evening wear with casual work boots, achieving coordination while missing the essential point entirely. True sophistication requires aligning materials, textures, and aesthetic intentions to create genuine harmony. If your shoes feature suede construction, your belt should echo that textural sophistication through woven or textured leather, rather than attempting exact material matching. When wearing sleek leather dress shoes, your belt should complement that elegance with smooth finishes and refined hardware. Think of your belt and shoes as sophisticated partners in conversation, rather than identical twins, sharing compatible values, while maintaining individual character. This approach creates the kind of subtle harmony that sophisticated observers notice and appreciate without conscious analysis. Eighth, let us address the impact of heavy boots that compress rather than enhance your overall physical presence. Your footwear should never appear designed for surviving natural disasters unless you actually face such challenges regularly. Bulky work-style boots may serve practical purposes in appropriate contexts, but they create unfortunate visual effects when worn to sophisticated social or professional gatherings. Heavy boots compress your apparent height and make your entire frame appear burdened rather than elevated. Even tall gentlemen lose presence when wearing thick-soled, high-cut boots that dominate their silhouette. Pairing such footwear with tailored clothing creates fundamental contradictions that suggest poor judgment and aesthetic confusion. The effect resembles wearing mountaineering equipment to an art gallery opening, demonstrating complete misunderstanding of appropriate context. Superior alternatives feature streamlined construction that elongates your legs while maintaining sophisticated proportions. Desert boots, Chelsea boots, and sleek leather lace-ups achieve the remarkable feat of providing coverage and protection while enhancing, rather than compromising, your elegant silhouette. Pay particular attention to ankle opening dimensions, as slimmer cuts create cleaner lines with your trousers, while avoiding the bunching and bulk that destroys sophisticated tailoring. At 50 and beyond, your footwear should move with the same confidence and purpose that characterizes your approach to life, projecting capability without unnecessary aggression. Ninth, we must examine the unfortunate trend toward prominent branding that drowns your personality in commercial messaging. When your shoes announce the manufacturer more loudly than they express your character, you have fundamentally misunderstood the purpose of sophisticated footwear. Eventually, mature gentlemen transition from dressing to impress others toward dressing to express their authentic selves, and obvious branding belongs to an earlier, less confident phase of development. Aggressive logos, bold lettering, and contrasting design elements transform your footwear into mobile advertisements rather than expressions of personal taste. This approach undermines your presence by suggesting that you require external validation rather than possessing inner confidence. While branding need not be completely absent, it should never dominate the conversation or overshadow your individual presence. The solution involves selecting footwear that emphasizes craftsmanship, materials, and design integrity over manufacturer recognition. Premium brands that prioritize substance over spectacle often feature minimal or completely absent branding, allowing their quality to speak through subtlety. A refined leather sneaker with discreet embossing or a rich brown loafer without visible labels projects authentic confidence. This approach demonstrates that you understand true value and require no external validation to confirm your sophisticated taste. 10th, we need to address the hidden foundation that supports your confident stride and overall physical presence. Your gait affects every aspect of your confidence, and compromised insoles silently undermine your entire bearing. While you may not consciously notice the gradual deterioration, your shoes accumulate the memory of every step, and internal support structures slowly collapse over time. This deterioration affects your walking pattern, which influences your posture, which ultimately impacts your mood and confidence levels. Recent podiatric research indicates that approximately 70% of back and knee discomfort in mature men stems from inadequate shoe support rather than inevitable aging. The decay happens gradually, making it difficult to recognize until the damage affects your entire physical presence. Regular insole replacement every 6 months prevents this gradual decline while maintaining the support necessary for confident movement. Quality orthotic inserts provide architectural support without altering the external appearance of your sophisticated footwear. The way you enter a room communicates volumes about your confidence and capability, and proper foot support ensures that your stride projects authority rather than uncertainty. The right foundation allows you to move through any environment with the bearing of someone who belongs there naturally. Now let me reveal the ultimate footwear choice that instantly elevates any ensemble while demonstrating impeccable taste. The sophisticated minimalist loafer represents the pinnacle of versatile masculine elegance, combining timeless design with contemporary refinement. This shoe transcends specific occasions and dress codes, moving seamlessly from casual to formal contexts without ever appearing inappropriate. No tassels, flashy hardware, or attention-seeking details distract from its essential purpose of framing your foot with quiet elegance. Clean architectural lines, premium leather construction, and silent confidence create the wardrobe foundation that every sophisticated gentleman requires. This loafer transforms linen trousers into refined casual wear, elevates quality denim to sophisticated status, and adds polish to tailored shorts for summer evening elegance. Whether worn sockless at exclusive resorts or paired with blazers for important dinners, it never appears out of place or inappropriate. The power lies not in obvious display but in subtle suggestion, framing your foot without overwhelming your overall presence. Quality construction ensures that these shoes mold to your feet over time, creating the custom comfort that only proper leather can provide. Stick with sophisticated earth tones like deep brown, sand, or slate gray that adapt to virtually any color palette. Avoid loud colors that announce your presence rather than supporting your natural confidence. You are not chasing temporary trends, but curating lasting taste that transcends seasonal changes. The finest footwear creates lasting impressions rather than momentary statements, and this approach defines how sophisticated gentlemen navigate life after 50. Your journey toward footwear excellence requires commitment to quality over quantity, substance over spectacle, and timeless elegance over temporary trends. If this perspective has provided valuable insights into masculine style refinement, show your appreciation and help other distinguished gentlemen discover these principles. Subscribe now for daily insights into confident, effortless, masculine elegance that commands respect in any environment. Share this knowledge with someone who would benefit from elevating their footwear standards. Click that subscribe button immediately and activate notifications, because the men who take action are the ones who achieve lasting success. Your next style revelation awaits in our carefully selected recommendation.